Let's talk about fuel. What is up, guys? It is Farzy here, and today we're going to talk about all the kinds of fuel in Minecraft and what type you should be using. Alright, here's the plan. Starting from best to worst, I'm going to give you the name of the fuel source, some numbers about it, and then my personal opinion on said fuel source. So starting off at number 1 is lava. Lava is the best fuel source in the game by definition. A bucket of lava burns for 20,000 ticks, aka it burns 100 blocks in a furnace. This means you can finish off a full stack of iron ore and still have extra fuel to start the next stack. Now the fuel source is great, but you cannot stack buckets of lava, so I don't actually use lava too much, but if you have one, it does come in handy. Coming in at number 2 is the block of coal. A block of coal burns for 16,000 ticks, aka 80 blocks. So once again, it's another type of fuel source that burns more blocks than a furnace can even fit. This is by far my favorite kind of fuel because it's almost as good as lava, but you can stack it up to 64. In other words, a stack of coal blocks can burn 5,020 more blocks than a lava bucket. That's a lot of blocks. Now the two previous fuel sources are by far and large the best two, but coming in at number 3 is of course the dried kelp block. The dried kelp block burns for 4,000 ticks, aka 20 blocks. Now this is not as good as coal, but it's probably a lot easier to get because kelp is so easily farmable. If you get a stack of dried kelp blocks, you can burn 1,280 blocks. That's also a lot of blocks. Now you can see why the lava bucket is not the best fuel source because all these other blocks are stackable, which makes a huge difference. At number 4 is a block that I didn't even know till recently, and that is a blaze rod. The blaze rod burns for 2,400 ticks, aka 12 blocks. If you get a stack, you can burn over 700 blocks. And if you make a blaze farm, you will have an infinite number of these, so this could be your best bet for fuel if you're wealthy enough. Now for me, I don't have a blaze farm, so this is not a good option for me, but if you do have one, guys, this is probably your best bet, honestly. At number 5 and 6, we have coal and charcoal. I'm combining these two because they both have the exact same statistics. They both burn for 1,600 ticks, aka 8 blocks apiece. And doing some quick math, if you get a stack, you can get up to 512 blocks burnt. Now I'll be honest, coal is the most tempting fuel source to use because it sounds like a fuel source, you find it so easily, but honestly, it's not that good when you think about it. If you crunch the numbers down, you're better off just saving up your coal and making coal blocks. To make a coal block, you're using 9 pieces of coal, but you're getting 10 times the smelting power, so it's a net gain. We gotta break the habit, guys. Stop using coal, start using coal blocks. Next up, we have boats. Boats smelt for 1,200 ticks, aka 6 blocks per boat. Now, like lava, you cannot stack boats, so this is probably the worst fuel source in the game, considering that you're using 5 pieces of wood just to make one boat. And here is the final relevant smelting piece, which is scaffolding. Now, scaffolding varies. In Bedrock, it's the same thing as a boat. You get 1,200 ticks, 6 blocks per scaffolding. It's not too bad. But in Java, it's only 1/3 of that, only smelting 2 blocks per scaffolding. In conclusion, if you're in Bedrock, it's okay. In Java, stay away. Now there are tons of other blocks that you can use for smelting, but they're so insignificant and so bad that it's not even worth it. All of these other blocks give you under 2 blocks smelted, which is just such a ripoff. These wasteful blocks include anything made out of wood, like logs, like planks, like fences, daylight sensors, workstations, banners, even mushrooms. But again, don't get caught up in that. They're so not worth it. So, in my final conclusion, I say the best fuel source for me is the block of coal. But if you're near a lava lake, maybe it's lava. If you have a blaze farm, maybe it's blaze rods. It's all up to you. What works best for you? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you know what kind of fuel to use in your survival world. If you want to see more easy tutorials like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. But on that note, make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So until then, goodbye.